Hey YouTube, I'm here to show you guys how to install Virtualbox. So just go to Virtualbox into Google, so Virtualbox download. Just click the first link right there. Make sure you're at virtualbox.org. So here's the first screen. As you can see, you got all your platforms here. So I'm looking for Windows, obviously. So 64 and 32-bit. You got Mac. And you also got Linux, and that just shows you that's 64 and 32. So as you can see, it shows up down here once you click it. I've already done that, so I'm just going to hit cancel. So I'm just going to close out of this and go and open the program. So I know where it's installed on my computer. It just went to the generic downloads folder. So now I'm going to just find the executable and run that. So just hit run. Here we go. It's going to load up. Welcome to Oracle VM Virtual Machine. Just hit next. This here just explains where it's going to get downloaded to, so C program files, pretty straightforward. You can also browse if you want to give it another folder. Put it where you desire. So I'll show you how to browse it. So you just click it. You can browse up to your folders. You can click here. It'll give you like a list of your folders. Pretty straightforward. It's like installing any program. So for now, just hit next. So do I want to create a desktop shortcut? Yep. The quick start? No, I don't need that. I never use that. So just next. I'm pretty much done. So just hit next. Install. And here we go. So during the installation, you're probably going to get additional pop-ups asking you to install certain stuff. Just agree to everything. It helps the program sync up with your computer, and because it's a pretty advanced program. Like, it's a computer inside of your computer. So like this here, so just hit install. There you go. Don't have to worry about it. There'll be about 3 of them, 4 of them. Just keep installing them. Helps with the program. So install. We're almost done. Yeah, it's a pretty neat program, so a lot of people like to use it. It's good for testing purposes. Sandboxes everything, so let's say you happen to get a virus, well, the virus will just stay in there. Okay, so there you go, we're done. So just hit finish. It'll run. Okay, so this is what you see. It's pretty easy, straightforward. You have to set up an operating system first, so just click here over on new. Just click install or create. So here you want to name it, so you can name it pretty much whatever you want to name it. I usually just tend to name it what I'm going to install, so I'm going to install Windows XP in the further tutorials. So just like that, and it also gives you a little category listing down at the bottom. As you can see, list all the different operating systems and the versions. So just try to match it up. It doesn't really matter here. So hit next. So this is your memory. So what this is your RAM. So I like to go 512 just to keep it simple. Most computers now are capable of handling 512. Check with your computer to see how much RAM you have. So just hit next. And here is dynamic, or create a new disk or use an external. So an external is if you had like your buddy had this and he wanted you to check out his drive. Well, you can use his external hard drive. And you just click on the little tab over to the right there and browse to it. For this, I'm just going to use create a new, just a new virtual hard disk. So here we go, hit next soon. Alright, so I usually just stick with the virtual hard disk format, only because it's compatible with all the versions of virtual machines, like Windows PC. Alright, so dynamically and fixed size just means dynamically is your hard drive will grow with the size of software you have. Fixed will just keep it at a fixed. So 8 gigs will only have 8 gigs. So here you can set up the size of the hard drive. I always go with about 15 gigs. I got enough space, so just, again, it's preference. And here we go, so we're at the summary, pretty much just create it. So there you go. So now you have your first operating system installed. Gives you a brief little summary right here to the right hand side. Scroll up and down, you can click on them, doesn't really matter. Like general, bring you to the general settings. You can go down, storage, bring up your storage settings. It's pretty easy once you know someone kind of just explains it to you. So we're just going to use settings up here and go down the list. So not much going on here in the general tab. You can rename it, select different categories here. You got your advanced. This is just for your snapshots and everything. Not much there either. Description, you can just describe your setup so it's easier to find later on. System, where you can change your RAM. I usually keep it at, like I said, 512. It's pretty standard. Here's your boot order. So when you load it up, it'll load from CD-ROM, then from hard drive. So I like to keep it at hard drive, and you can just swap it by hitting the up and down arrows. So that's pretty much it for system. Display, same thing. You can give your video monitor more memory and get more monitors if you had more. I only have one. Storage, not much there either. So same with the audio, nothing really going on here. The big one is the network. So here it'll list all your network adapters, and this is crucial to virtual PC or Virtualbox, sorry. You must have it enabled, obviously, and I'm just going to explain these to you. So not attached is simply like unplugging your machine from your network. It's just not attached to the internet. NAT is good for simple browsing, email, all that other good stuff. If you want to check your Facebook and all that. The real one which you want to get into is bridged adapter. If you want to start, like, if you want to make a server, let's say. So this one here, you can make a web server, and the network adapter on the virtual machine will bypass the network adapter on the host computer. Internal network pretty much means if you have more than one operating system installed on Virtualbox, that'll be like a little internal network. It won't be able to go outside your host. Host only is pretty much like the same thing as internal, but only the host can see it, and all the internal guys just talk amongst each other. Here too, shared folders is good. You can set up a shared folder on your main PC to access files to and from your Virtualbox. So it's easy, just select folder path, go to other, and then simply find a folder on your real desktop that you want to share, or you can go down to the bottom and make a new folder. Might as well show you that, so just make a new folder, just give it a name, call it share, and then just click it, click on OK. Auto mount is good. You got read only, of course, but auto mount is good because when you load up your operating system, it will automatically mount it to your virtual PC, so you don't have to go searching for it. And that's pretty much everything. It's a pretty nice little setup here. Everything's pretty much on the first screen. So all you do is simply just click on your Windows XP and hit start, and it's like just turning the power button on your tower. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more. Thank you.